We only 2 weeks into this damn thing and I'm ready to give up!
This is not a government-funded activity. I have the right to discriminate.
What is this, honey?
Hello everyone. We've got a lot of music to discuss today, so let's jump right into it. Naturally, a lot of you want to know my opinions on aespa's song for the Tetris soundtrack, Hold Me Tight. While I did hear a few snippets, I'm not listening to nothing shit's puts out unless it's a pre-release to their upcoming full studio album with 12 tracks, each lasting more than 3 minutes. I'm not fucking playing with these bitches. I'm so sick of them. The middle schoolers have done it again, y'all. I'm glad we're getting more drum and bass and breakbeat and two-step in K-pop. It's unfortunate that it's coming from groups like newjeans, leeseo, and IVE, 3 groups that debuted after aespa released those savage teasers. But hey, at least babiyyih isn't the only person I can get that fix from. Anyway, yeah, I fucks with this one like fuck you. You bitches somehow can't get through them saying Coca-Cola mashita, but love to hear them sing about their cookie is crazy to me. I don't know. Love the interpolation. Didn't even catch it at first, but that's okay. I know now. We'll begin with my review of the title track, and then jump into the album. Through snippets and a few listens of this track, I couldn't quite put my finger on what it reminded me of, but I knew we were somewhere in 2011 meets 2019 and within the likes of Ava Max or Ellie Goulding. And that's when it hit me. It reminded me of Stacey's Run to You. IAM's instrumental is infectious. It's bouncy and electronic with a soft, thumping beat that persists throughout the song's entirety. The song changes pace and takes you through many highs and lows very seamlessly, which I appreciated. I like that the verses are soft and then has a grand and explosive chorus. I feel like we tend to get the exact opposite in K-pop, where songs build up into absolutely nothing. My only gripe with the song is that they aren't singing in a comfortable range, but they still do manage to sound good throughout the rest of the song, especially during the bridge. This track isn't as catchy as their previous ones, but I think I like it much more than the others. The thing is, I would never listen to this song. But I enjoyed it for what it was, and think that it's great, for them. Going into this album, I had very low expectations. I don't think there's one I've sung up to this point I've thoroughly enjoyed, and that was just on single albums, so imagine having 11 mid-songs back to back, like that's crazy to me. I find their music to be generic and mediocre, which makes the group uninteresting to me. Also, the second I saw that Ryan Jun was all over this album made me lose hope in the potential of this album. I don't understand the hold he has over this group and company, but somebody needs to get him out. Like expeditiously. Still, I was willing to give it a shot and share my opinions. The album opens with Blue Blood, a dark, almost haunting track reminiscent of aespa's energy, with its pulsing beats, hard-hitting bass, and chanting anthem-like chorus. This track was surprisingly very enjoyable and solid from start to finish. Its production to its vocals all amazing. I didn't expect to like this one so much. I like that they're singing, most of the time talk singing, within a comfortable range here. Thank you, learn to keep it right there. On the first listen, the violins in the post-chorus were a bit off-putting, but I eventually got used to it and don't mind it. It sounded like a harmonica in a country-esque song. Still, the track is strong and serves as an amazing opener. It filled me with anticipation to see what comes next. While I Am was a great follow-up to the album's intro, Kitsch just kills the early momentum this album had. It's still such a horrible song. If they switched this out with Royal, I could see it being a better fit here. I've slowed things down a bit on the next track, Lips. I really enjoyed this track. It's a dreamy and sweet song that seems to take slight influence from bossa nova, a touch I really enjoyed. It was a fun listen. I'm surprised I didn't see much word about it on my timeline given how much Sour Grapes was a world stop moment for you all. IVE continues that cool, teen fresh sound with Heroine. This time it's a bit more generic, but it still has that summery, tropical vibe. I really like the chorus so na parts, but other than that, I don't think I can really sit through this song. It's just uninteresting to me. With mine, IVE once again finds themselves in Mid-City. I had to skip it just because I knew where we were going and I've already seen what they have in Forever 21. Ain't shit going on in there. Hypnosis is clearly the reason why aespa's comeback was delayed because bitches are raiding their vault and I've had enough. I really enjoyed this track though, despite the thievery. First of all, the beat is nasty as fuck. I just know all you bitches with Toyota Camrys live for this in the car. Trust I will be joining you #soon. Yes, it gives me early 2000s vibes, especially with the chorus. Like, please let me have this. The electric guitar was a nice addition. Also the drum and bass section slayed. I know people are probably complaining about how short the song is, but I would personally advocate for the song to be even shorter. Nobody wanna hear these girls rap. Please shut the hell up. In their attempt to end Summer Queen's sister, I threw Not Your Girl on your album. This track is funky, upbeat fun. It's your typical girl group summer song, which means it's the greatest shit ever and fills you with nothing but happiness, rainbows, and smiles. I wish they would have saved this song for the summer because this isn't gonna do shit for me until that final semester date. Like, please be for real, it's April. Also, we could have done without the rap, but they already knew this. Next page is a song with a lot of potential, but something is off about this track. It just feels like they had so many ideas and tried to fit them in one song. I don't think it makes a great effort to transfer between these things seamlessly. I enjoy the chorus, bridge, and outro parts, but everything else feels like rough draft number 1 in desperate need of a revisal. Also, the ending needed to be longer. They wanted what Pharrell has so bad with the 4-count start in the beginning. But that's how I knew greatness would soon follow. Cherish is very reminiscent of Luna at their best, combining elements of R&B, pop, and hip-hop over pretty synths with beautiful harmonies and an addictive hook. Loved every aspect of this song. Thank you for this. Would have loved to hear a key change or modulation. A little bit more vocals at the end too. I don't know why they were scared to shout all of a sudden on this track. But it's fine without it. Already knew the type of gay pop ballad album closer this generic ass song was gonna be. Skip. Like most gay pop albums and their previous releases, this album feels like a collection of songs they recorded over time, rather than a cohesive body of work. It had the potential to be something great, but falls flat. There are some good songs to be found here, don't get me wrong, they definitely did better than expected. But next time I want to be gagged in a wow this is amazing way, rather than the okay I didn't know you had that in you kinda way. They still don't have a distinct identity or sound, or maybe I just don't understand it. Since debut, Kepler have been trying out a variety of styles, sounds, and genres, but none of them seem to stick. A year into their career, and they still haven't found their identity or distinctive sound in the market. Personally, I enjoy their bright, cutesy concepts a lot more than their edgy, teen crush ones, but that's usually coupled with their space themes and allow them to stick out more. Here, the girls are once again dipping their toes into the world of cute sounds while ditching the space themes. Contrary to popular belief, I like Kepler and the girls. They only have a few great songs, but when they're good, they're really good. However, when they're shit, they're literally dookie from the butt. I want these girls to succeed and release good music. I just wish their company cared enough to do so. Whatever, let's hop into this review. Just like with I'll talk about the title track and then move on to the album. Giddy was quite middy. I don't even want to talk about it, to be honest with you. It's like a weekly discussion post in my philosophy class. I'm gonna have to bullshit my way through it and accept this B+ because I promise you I do not give a shit about Aristotle. Serving as their most GP-friendly release thus far, Giddy hops on the retro trend that has been dragged out far too long, harassing us for the last 4 years. Truly, nothing pisses me off more than hearing that tired-ass funky bassline in almost every single K-pop track out there. Rarely do they do anything special to make the song stand out, which is why they've all blended into one song. I beg these bitches to come up with something new, expeditiously. Giddy is generic and repetitive. Sure, it's a decent song and it's a step up from Refresh, but the first step above the pits of hell has dog doo-doo on it. You, me, and Kepler deserve better than this. The only enjoyable part of this song was the bridge. Loved it. Other than that, you can keep it. Especially that shouty post-chorus. Don't wanna hear it. Now we move on to the part I was excited for. These B-sides sounded so good on the highlight medley. I already knew my sisters were gonna have one of the best albums of the year. which is again embarrassing because why are you letting shitter outdo you? But we move. Lovely was a good song, in theory. The highlight medley didn't do it any justice, but it's an enjoyable listen. The song seems to take influence from reggaeton, as the song is built around characteristics found in that genre. There's also rock elements present in the chorus. Something about these two things together just gives Disney Channel in the best way possible. Their vocals on this track are also very good, which actually has never been a problem for Kepler despite that being the thing they lack the most. Still, I wish they did a bit more with this track, specifically the chorus. Everything outside of that was engaging and enjoyable, but I just lose all interest in that repetitive chorus. Kepler revisits the retro trend on the album's third track, Back to the City. But rather than 80s funk, we get 80s synthpop. We all know I tend to hate this genre because I sense a dark and sinister energy within those drum and synthesizer machines, but I actually really enjoyed this song. There's nothing unique in its composition, but for some reason, I just really like this one. It's very energetic, upbeat, and fun, but still evokes feelings of nostalgia and sappiness. There is a terrible rap section in the second verse, but that's okay, because I enjoyed every other aspect of this song. The first verse through the chorus especially is really good. The chord progression in the pre-chorus does it for me every time. Like I said, the track doesn't reinvent the wheel, but they kinda stepped on rocket punches next with this one. Why is Why the greatest song ever? It's so pretty and sweet I kinda have to unalive myself like it's that good. The production and vocals together are just truly magnificent. The synths and percussion especially. I'll never get over it. You all know I'm a sucker for smooth R&B and pop tracks, especially if I hear some early 2000s influence in there. There's also something a bit jazzy about it. There's nothing more to say than this is a perfect song, and they've done an outstanding job on their early 2000s inspired songs. We close out the album with Happy Ending, and that's exactly what it is. A happy fucking ending. Another amazing and pretty track. Was a bit scared it would stay within that acoustic, slow-tempo coffee house song realm, but the song really expands during the chorus and becomes so good. It's groovy and fun, with smooth production. But once again their vocals are so amazing and really take over. Definitely the highlight here. Loved it. This was easily their best release to date, but that wasn't a difficult task given the dookie they've released. I'm not sure exactly what direction Kepler will go in the future, but if it sounds like this, I'll be alright with that.